The Northeast Ohio Regional Fusion Center and law enforcement agencies from across Cuyahoga, Lake, Geauga, Ashtabula, and Lorain counties have launched iWatch, a free and anonymous way to directly report suspicious activity, tips, and leads. It's a free app you can get right on your smartphone. This app is not a replacement for calling 911 in an emergency, but this app is a crime-fighting tool. Go to iWatchNEOhio.com to find out more information on how to download this free app. A tip you give could very well save a life.
Cleveland, a city which is a great place to live, work, and play. It was a successful 2013 for the city of Cleveland with major investment in growth and business development, education, arts, and culture. Cleveland is becoming a 24-hour city. Next up, you're going to see news stories that show some of the great things happening right here in your city. Take a look and see why Cleveland is a great place to live, work, and play. The mayor's annual Night Out Against Crime was a success. It was an opportunity to encourage Clevelanders to come together in the fight against crime. The event features police and public safety vehicles, Cleveland police on hand to talk with residents. The theme of the event, if you see something, say something.
Well, in order for us to be successful in terms of quality of life and crime prevention and even responding to things that happen in a neighborhood, there has to be a real good relationship between the citizens and the police. And the more a neighborhood is organized, the more they talk to each other, and the more that they interact with the division of police, the safer that neighborhood will be.
The city has added more police and fire officials, making the city safer.
Well, I want to start off by thanking all of the various law enforcement agencies that were part of this. You know, that it could not have happened or turned out the way it did without them collaborating and working together. But it also demonstrates how crime is just not geographical in the sense as in one city. Crime crosses municipal boundaries, and it really does take a coordinated actions by the different law enforcement to make it work, and the intelligence gathering that they do. As was mentioned, taking these people off the street will go a long way in helping to improve the quality of life in our neighborhoods.
Cleveland police are responsible for the end of two of the most monumental cases in the country. That's the capture of Ariel Castro and Gloria Pointer's killer. The city of Cleveland's added more cops and firefighters to keep the streets safe. The mayor's gun melt to get guns off the streets of Cleveland, a success.
Now I want to start off by thanking ArcelorMittal and all the sponsors who made it possible not only for us to purchase these guns and the gun buyback, but to also do the gun burn. This is the second burn this year. We had one buyback this year. The chief told me, I believe it was last June. And as we continue to promote public safety and continue to have young people in particular aware of guns and the dangers of having guns and not knowing how to use them, we will continue this effort so that we can make sure that our streets are safe, our neighborhoods are safe. But again, I want to really tell our partners how much we appreciate what they do in helping us to do the right thing by our citizens, and particularly our children, in terms of gun safety. Thank you.
The mayor also cleaned the streets up in another way. City of Cleveland streets clean. The City of Cleveland's Clean Cleveland program ensures that trash, leaves, and any eyesores are cleaned up. Oh, and abandoned houses destroyed. Illegal dumping not tolerated.
Every year around this time, we kick off what we call Clean Cleveland Initiative. And this initiative is really about how can we coordinate activities in the neighborhoods of the city of Cleveland to clean up Cleveland. As the director said, it's spring cleaning. And today we've chosen this street as to symbolize our efforts this year, which will be to cut the vacant lots, to clean up around abandoned property. Last night, people came from Cleveland Public Power to look at the street lights to see if any were out. We would replace them. We look at the sewers. We do all the things that we need to do in order to provide the services for quality of life.
Sustainability is something the mayor has focused on for years, even leading the Sustainable Cleveland 2019 initiative. 2013 was the year of Together, We're Building a Thriving Green City on a Blue Lake. Theme, Advance Renewable Energy. Sustainable Cleveland making strides in reaching the goal of making the city sustainable in more ways than one.
It is our attempt to ensure as we create prosperity and economic opportunities in the city of Cleveland and in this region, that the people and businesses of Cleveland share in that wealth and in those opportunities. And that's what this is about. How do we ensure that as we procure, whether it's construction activities, goods or services, that we do that as much as we possibly can with local businesses, Cleveland and Cleveland area businesses, that result in job opportunities.
The mayor believes in putting youth in the forefront of his administration by focusing on their education. The goal of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District is to become a premier district in the U.S.
I often say education is the key to our success. And to this year, we're focused on access. Last year, we were focused on preparation and really readiness. And really, for us and the superintendent, that was our education reform plan. How do we better prepare young people to go either into higher learning or have some skill set or some technical skills certificates that will allow them to be successful in life in the area which they choose to go. This year, we're focusing on access. How do we better allow for young people to access whatever it is that they need to access to be successful? You know, this is just another tool that Cleveland has as we position ourselves for the future, just not Cleveland, but the greater Cleveland area. And this tool that we have as the county executive said is just one of the many things that we are planning to do through an action plan that really will connect Public Square with the lakefront and a full lakefront development. So this tool that we're at today is an essential tool as we look into the future and look at those opportunities that we can create. But it just didn't happen by itself. It was a lot of effort by a lot of people. And I do want to take a special moment to mention Commissioner Hagan, who without him and his vision in regards to this would have never happened. And those elected officials who worked with him and supported him and voted with him with political courage to impose an unvoted tax that helped to pay for this. So I think there needs to be a recognition of them. I also want to recognize the county executive in his effort. As he said, the groundbreaking was a couple of days after he took office, and we would have had this convention center and we would have had the medical mark, but the county executive's engagement in this construction and in the programming of this facility has better guaranteed that the opening of it will mean success for this center, for the medical mark, and for Cleveland.
Mayor Jackson combined efforts so that residents can get the best possible services effectively and efficiently.
Since I became mayor, I have taken what I call a self-help approach to economic development. Is really an approach that I believe is the best approach we can take. and it really helps us, even in bad economic times, go through those times if we're spending money with ourselves. By investing in our local residents and our businesses, we will benefit our local economy and create community wealth. In February of this year, along with several of our community partners, signed an MOU for community benefits and inclusion. Now, we met, we were meeting at time, how long was that, about a couple of years? 2.5 years. 2.5 years we worked on this, and as a result of that, many of the, I think all or many of the people who were part of that 2.5-year process is here today, and I want to tell them how much I appreciate hard work and the commitment of time that they put into it to make it happen. We also had Councilman Pruitt, who was chairman of Workforce and Economic Workforce and OEO, and we have Councilman Zone with us today, who is the current chairman of Workforce and OEO. So they were, council was a very integral part of this. Now the MOU brought together the city, the business community, and the building trade to do a demand-driven workforce study to understand the marketplace. The building trades really it was essential in this because they wanted to have a understanding of what the demand for the skilled trades were going forward. Support pre-apprenticeship and school-to-apprenticeship programs would not have happened without the building trades. Workforce reporting of hiring and contracting so that we can, well, I don't want to say keep tabs, but really to see how we're going. There's support for mentor-protege relationships, increase MBFB, SBE contracting, and hiring local residents.
One of the most significant events that happened last year was the Senior Games, attracting millions of people to Cleveland. Reporter Christian Patterson takes us on a journey back.
"2013 was a great year for Cleveland and its sports community. The city of Cleveland was honored to host the 2013 National Senior Games, which had an amazing turnout and really impacted the city economically."
Good evening, Cleveland. I want to welcome all of the athletes, their family, and friends to the city of Cleveland. You know, we have really enjoyed you over the last few days. And I hope that you have enjoyed Cleveland and that we have treated you with hospitality. I want to congratulate all of the athletes who have participated already and really say good luck to those who are waiting to participate. And again, welcome, have a good time.
One thing you can catch on to growing up in Cleveland is that this is a football town. No matter what our record is, the Cleveland Browns continue to have the best fans in the NFL, and Mayor Jackson is aware of that. For years and years, there has been a Brown and Orange Day during the week the Browns played their rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, in 2013, Mayor Frank Jackson extended that Brown and Orange Day to an entire week.
There are fans that are fair weather fans.
Yeah.
And you're not a fair weather fan.
Well, I just drove 2 hours from work in Toledo to come here to be with you and share this momentous day. Yeah. And you used your leadership to change us from Browns backers Brown and Orange Day to Browns backers Brown and Orange Week.
That's right.
So we get to relish it for 5 days instead of 1.
Right, and you know, this is the build up to the game this Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to present you again this year with a proclamation in recognition of Browns Backer Central Browns and Orange Week. As you said, we're not doing it just for a day, we're doing it for a week from November 18th to November 24th. And I want to again thank you for your commitment, dedication, and your loyalty to this team and to the city of Cleveland.
There was also another huge announcement made in 2013 concerning the city of Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns, and the newly renamed First Energy Stadium.
The Browns will invest $120 million
and capital improvements and repair and renovation at the stadium. We will contribute $2 million annually for the next 15 years, which is the life of the lease. That amounts to $30 million. And as pointed out, if you do a present value calculation, that's $22 million. These two things will give us the ability to have a facility that we own, that we're responsible for under the lease for certain capital investments. It will give us the ability at the end of 15 years to have a stadium that is in good shape, and we will own all the improvements, and we will have a stadium, as I said, in good shape, and that will be something that will be not only for football, but for any other activities that the lease will provide for.
Mayor Frank Jackson is known for putting the youth at the forefront of his administration. During 2013, he had the chance to pay tribute to another individual who puts the youth of Cleveland at the forefront of everything he does. He's not only a legendary coach in the Cleveland community, but also a mentor, father figure, and lifelong friend to so many individuals in the Cleveland area. Mayor Frank Jackson presented Coach Ted Ginn Sr. with a key to the city for everything he has done to help the youth of Cleveland gain the tools, the skills, and the knowledge to make the right choices in life and to succeed.
Every once in a while, there'll come along somebody who you know you can trust, who has your interest in heart, who sacrifice all of what they do and how they do it for you. And you're an individual to them. You're just not a statistic, you're just not a group, you are an individual, and you as an individual matters to them, and they spend their time, resources, everything in order to help you. You don't find that kind of individual too often. So when you do, you should cherish them. You should value them. And one of the people that in my experience, and as I've noticed and watched people do what they do, one of those people is Coach Ginn. Coach Ginn. He has taken the time, his resources, and taken all of what he does and who he is to ensure that you have a better life, to ensure that you have an opportunity in life, to ensure that those things that you should not be bearing, the burdens that you should not be bearing, he bears them for you. Now, you don't find a person like that too often. You really don't. It is with great pleasure that I join with the citizens of the city of Cleveland in designating October 15, 2013 as Ted Ginn Sr. Day in Cleveland to honor his contributions as a coach and a mentor to young people in the Glenville community.
Not only did Mayor Frank Jackson get to honor Coach Ted Ginn Sr. in 2013 for all he has done, he also had the chance to celebrate with the Glenville football team for making it to the Ohio High School State Championship football game and representing the city of Cleveland in an enormous way.
Mostly I want to tell you how much I appreciate what you've done and thank you for what you've done, because I was there, Councilman Johnson and I were sitting in the same section, and it was cold. And we were cold. But what we said is no matter how cold we are, we were nowhere near as uncomfortable as you were. And you did it. You did it. You demonstrated a lot of character, a lot of personality, and a lot of heart. And so I want to say to you how much I appreciate you, what you've done leading up to that game and how you performed in that game, and tell you that the city of Cleveland is proud of you. Thank you. Thank you.
We know that Mayor Frank Jackson's main focus is education and the youth of Cleveland, because our future and the future of this great city lies in the young people that we are responsible for educating. Every year, Mayor Frank Jackson kicks off the school year with his annual Back to School Youth Summit. This event is built on highlighting the importance of conduct, courage, and character to the youth of the city of Cleveland. The goal of this summit is to empower young people and their families with the fundamental skills that will translate into a successful school year and useful information they can use in their daily lives.
I want to welcome everyone to the 7th Annual Youth Summit. We put this on every year so that we can bring our young people together and get them ready for school and really help to focus them on what we want to have them accomplish this year. For the adults, this is the beginning, the first year of our reform, and the first year where the revenue you have given us through the levy will be applied to that reform. And our expectation is that our children will perform and do exceedingly well beginning this year. And for the children, I want you to work hard, do well, and have fun. Thank you.
There were so many great things going on in 2013 with the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the 18th Annual City Year Opening Day was one of those events. City Year helps to ensure that all young people in Cleveland and the region have access to quality education and opportunities, as well as positive mentors.
City Year has been a great partner of ours in many things. Education is what they've focused on recently, and they've done a great job in all of our schools where they have participated. Every school that they've been in, and I've talked to young people in their schools, they've actually enjoyed the interaction with them. So I want to tell you how much I appreciate the work that they do and the dedication and commitment they have to the city of Cleveland and the children of the city of Cleveland. So I do have a proclamation. And this proclamation is in recognition of 2013 City Year Cleveland Opening Day ceremony.
On top of programs like City Year, CMSD has also implemented programs like Believe to Achieve in schools like John Adams High School. Believe to Achieve is a program to help young ladies build their self-esteem, help with character, and integrity. This program is a building block for these young ladies to learn that everything that they do in life, they have to believe they can do it first to achieve their goals. Improving the quality of life for all of Cleveland starts with educating and empowering our youth. And that's what Mayor Frank Jackson has been dedicated to doing his entire time serving the city of Cleveland. Now reporter Leah Haslich will continue this 2013 journey, taking a look at some of the new development and groundbreakings around the city of Cleveland.
With so many new developments in Cleveland, there were many groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings throughout the year. One of the major highlights of the year was the ribbon cutting for the I-90 westbound Innerbelt Bridge.
I want to first congratulate Senator Voinovich for recognition well deserved. I know when I first became mayor, one of the first meetings we had was around a bridge. And even then, Senator Voinovich was very aggressive, intense, and focused on getting this done. And you're right, Senator, it took a while, but it happened. And it happened, a lot of it happening was because of your efforts. And when I first became mayor, and really reminding people of the purpose and the direction that had been committed to before I became mayor. So I want to thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Soon, people from all over Cleveland will be able to eat, work, and play in the Little Italy University Circle area thanks to the new RTA Rapid Station in development. A groundbreaking was held at Tony Brush Park to celebrate.
You know, I want to really congratulate RTA, Little Italy University Circle for this project. It is a unique project and is a very important project because it helps us bring public transportation to this part of the city and allow people to move around from destination to destination without having to drive a car. You know, parking's in the premium in this area. And the more people can use public transportation to get to where they want to go, the better off we'll all be in regards to not only University Circle, but Little Italy. So again, I want to thank you, RTA, They've been very good on getting the Tiger grants and applying those Tiger grants in a way that's really helping Cleveland and helping the people of the city of Cleveland move around the different neighborhoods. Is a great connection between other parts of the neighborhood and in this part of the city of Cleveland.
The RTA also announced their plans for the West Shore Express and broke ground at the site of the new location at the corner of Clifton Boulevard and West 117th Street at the Cleveland-Lakewood border.
You know, I want to first start off by thanking everyone who's making this possible, but in particular I want to thank Councilman Westbrook, whose ward this is in, and really did a lot of work in City Council to help to ensure that we had the funding available. Mayor Summers from Lakewood, the Council President of Lakewood, Mr. Powers, of course, Joe Calabrese and RTA and all the board members, and federal transportation people in NOACA. You know, it takes a lot of different entities to raise the kind of money that we need in order to do what we need to do, not just in Cleveland, but this region. And what this does, this is another example of how we, as Northeastern Ohio, can use public transportation to really service our residents and our businesses. I often say that public transportation is like a drawstream. It really pulls us all together, and it serves as that network that really moves people around to jobs and to entertainment, to whatever they want to do. And it does it at an environmental friendly way, and it does it at a reasonable cost. So again, I want to thank and congratulate everybody involved.
Many events were held in Cleveland to celebrate those who have served in our armed forces. Mayor Frank Jackson, a veteran of our United States Army, spoke at a special Veterans Day dinner at the Veterans Military at Wade Oval Park.
Thank you for your sacrifice and your service. I know that many of us have fared well after our service, but many of us have not, for whatever reason. People have fallen on hard times. And that's why I so greatly appreciate the Volunteers of America, Veterans Administration, for what they do to help veterans get through those difficult times and basically get over the hump. Get over the hump. Sometimes you just need a little help. Sometimes you need a little help. But I will tell you that that doesn't come always out of the goodness of everybody's heart. It has been my experience that if you expect the right thing to happen by you just because it's the right thing, it's not going to happen, right? So you're going to have to keep it on the forefront of people like me, elected officials, the service people who provide service to veterans. We have to constantly be reminded of what you've done and the sacrifices and the service that you have given to us. So again, congratulations and welcome home, and thank you for your service.
Since 1990, the Mayor's Food Basket Giveaway has been an important part of giving back to the community during the holiday season.
We come out every year. It's something we do annually, and they raise a lot of money and give out a lot of food baskets and food cards. So we come out every year. And it's something that, as you can see, people really enjoy being part of, a lot of volunteers.
Yeah, does it mean a lot to you to see so many people in your community come out to help support and try to share the love of others in the community by participating in this?
Well, people do it in their own way every day. It's just around the holidays, particularly Christmas, people tend to come together about it. But people do something every day. It's not unusual for Clevelanders to just get involved in helping people all the time.
Celebrating the arts and cultural diversity is important to Mayor Jackson. Here's a look at some of the special events held throughout the year. Mayor, I know you are part Italian. Tell us why you enjoy coming out to the Feast of the Assumption.
Well, it's, as was mentioned, it's a great event. It has a religious base to it. It is the Feast of the Assumption, and it really provides an opportunity for people to come together, not just here in Little Italy, but throughout Cleveland in the greater Cleveland area. There's many people here from other cities and other states who come to Cleveland, to this neighborhood, Little Italy, to participate in this procession.
Now, do you indulge in your Italian heritage side at all and break out the pasta and that?
Well, I do that. I don't need a feast for that. I can eat. You know, when my mother was living, she used to cook it all, and so I had greater access to it then. But I don't wait for the feast. We want to welcome everyone to today's ceremony in recognition of the 75th anniversary of Superman in Cleveland. Happy birthday! As you know, Superman was born in Cleveland in the Glenville area where Councilman Johnson represents, and we want to recognize the fact that Superman was born here and that he's 75 years old. And he's lived a good life, You know, that's right, still look good. So we want to really say that this is an important day to us. It's an important day to us, as will be explained later by the family of the creators of Superman. But my job today is really to present a proclamation to the association, and it says, on behalf of the citizens of the city of Cleveland, I'm honored to offer this proclamation designating April 18, 2013 as Superman Day in Cleveland in honor of the 75th anniversary of Superman covered appearance on DC Comics Action Comics #1. So congratulations.
Mayor, Winterfest is back once again. Public Square has had so many different renovations and upgrades, and it's the 30th anniversary for A Christmas Story here this weekend as well. What does it mean to you to celebrate Winterfest this year?
Well, every year is a good event. As you can tell, there are people who come downtown just for this event. And you can imagine once we finalize our plan to unify Public Square, it'd be even a larger event.
What's your favorite part of this event every year?
Well, it's just entertainment, watching young people in particular perform. I like watching them. My purpose has not changed. My purpose is to leave the city of Cleveland better off, and a measure of that success is whether or not the least of us are better off.
It was an exciting and successful 2013 in Cleveland, which is definitely on its way to being a 24-hour green city on a blue lake. We look forward to the new year and Mayor Frank Jackson's third term leading our great city.
I state your name.
I, Frank Jackson.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the State of Ohio.
Constitution of the State of Ohio.
The codified ordinance in the Charter of the City of Cleveland.
The codified ordinance in the Charter of the City of Cleveland.
And that I will faithfully.
And I will faithfully.
Honestly.
Honestly.
And impartially.
And impartially.
Discharge the duties of Mayor of the City of Cleveland.
Discharge the duties of Mayor of the City of Cleveland.
The State of Ohio.
The State of Ohio.
During my continuance in said office.
During my continuance in said office.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge.